And now, live from the studios of Freedom's Phoenix, Ernest Hancock.
Turn on the tube, what do I see? A whole lot of people crying, don't blame me. They point their crooked little fingers at everybody else. Spend all the time feeling sorry for themselves. Victim of this, victim of that. Your mama's too thin and your daddy too fat. Get over it. Get over it.
Yeah, get over it here and declare your independence with me, Ernest Hancock. You don't need to do it with me neither. You can do it all by your lonesome. You just do it yourself. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. I declare my independence. See how easy it was? And you don't even need a government form. Well, there's some other people saying you ain't independent no more. Well, we have on Freedom's Phoenix, there is a link to DHS, Department of Homeland Security, whistleblower. They're training local police to suspend rights. Well, this is when they did Camp FEMA, Enemy of the State, Part 2, there was a gentleman in there named Travis Maddox that they interviewed, and he was talking about how they take police department personnel and they go through this department of whatever. But I'm sure it's funded. Okay, it's always a federally funded thing. You want to get an extra couple days of training and you get some, indoctrination. Well, we're gonna help you out. All right. Well, there's always some funny. It's all about the money. They got the carrot out there, and I'm sure there's a stick somewhere. So what's happened is you can start to see when we knew this, and it really got confirmed when we had the Phoenix Police Department here talking about when we were prepping for doing the opt-out day, and all I had to do was say, we know what's going to happen with the economy. I mean, just look at your pension funds. We know what the conversations they're having with, we need to get some money. Well, what happens? How does this manifest itself in your life? Well, you get the guy knocking on your door saying, we got a green pool violation. And they said, we have a complaint. Well, the first thing my wife scratched her head, she's like, a little above ground pool kind of, she had it down for weeks anyway, but she's going, from who? And they go, well, we have aerial video surveillance. Okay. Well, we gotta check it out. We gotta go look. We gotta take pictures. We gotta close the file. Got a file open. Got a file. Got boxes to check. Got it. She goes, fine. He goes, well, we can just take a picture from over your fence from the alley. She's going, yeah, whatever. But I'm not, to go do what you gotta do because I'm not helping. Okay. Well, I'm sure that's what they did. She comes down here. We're doing some cleanup and so on and organizing some stuff here at the workshop. And she, all of a sudden, there's a woman comes in with their City of Phoenix pickup. Well, she's out there talking to him. I just, I'm busy. I'm on the radio and whatever. And then break. And I go, what was that all about? Oh, they're going around checking any commercial address has to demonstrate that they have a contract with a refuse removal. Like you got a trash bin. Well, what we have here with the landlord, they have, like these big, we don't generate much trash at all. So we have one that they use for the facility here. The strip center has a few of them out, and okay, that one's ours. Oh, no. You have to have an individual contract with it. I go, really? Well, this sounds like you need to talk to land. Nope. That wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. We need to have, we can do a citation. I go, so we're guilty until we got to prove our innocence or what? Really? You guys want to play this game? So they kind of back down a little bit. And, and Drew's taking out, his quick on his video phone. He's got video camera and say, we're going to have a show on this one. Yeah, but we'll just back off here, No, we'll check. We'll follow up. And I'm going, yeah, I want that citation. We're going to have us some fun. So we'll see where that goes. I'd like to see. This is seriously, it's that bad. Well, of course, they're out trying to protect her. You got to generate revenue or they don't have a job. So a few weeks ago, I'm leaving the workshop here and I'm at the stoplight and I'm checking my voicemails. So I got my voicemails. I'm just, blah, blah, blah. I got a Bluetooth on. I got my little droid, I'm sitting there, doing my thing and I'm listening to it. And then somebody's leaving a phone number. So I take a pad of paper and I put it up on the steering wheel and I start writing down the number. The light turns green. There's a couple of cars in front of me. And I saw a police SUV right behind me. Yeah, he's there. You can wait a second. I, let some distance get between me and the front, and I started moving forward. I finished writing, and I put it down. Well, then I go. Well, the officer, man, he was none too happy about it. Man, I didn't floor it. It's kind of like New York City thing. It's green, man. You better already be moving or on the horn. So I'm just like, seriously, he races up beside me, looks in, and then he hits the brakes, goes behind me, turns on his lights, pulls me over. Well, I know why he's pulling me over. He saw me writing on the steering wheel. Had the pad up there. And it was, it just frustrated him because, man, it was rush hour. He just wanted to go. Well, I wasn't being unsafe. I was making sure I put enough distance between. It was no big deal. I mean, we're talking like a car length or something. I mean, it was just nothing. So he pulls me over and he says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I waited the appropriate amount of time and I just kind of looked at my steering. I'm just like, because you can. And he didn't like that. And he of course he saw, the Ron Paul and the Freedom's Phoenix bumper sticker on my car and so on. And he says, well, I don't pull people over just because I can. And then he calmed down. He's like, whew. He caught himself. I'm like, oh, I think he protested a little bit too much there, So he just got, well, let me see all your stuff. Well, I didn't have a current insurance card. So I showed him his old one. Yeah, well, whatever. And they write you up they like that one. That's like $600, So they write that up and then you just go show it today. I just show it to him and they dismiss it. Well, he gets me for unsafe lane change. This is what he said, that my tires touched the white line and therefore it was unsafe and I came back and I didn't and it kind of, so whatever. I'm not even sure. He just made it up as he was going along. So I'm going, okay, whatever. And he started talking, saying, well, you shouldn't be. And I'm just, looking at him, I mean, seriously, it's going to cost me a couple $100 and I got to put up with this too, So what happened, he just kind of, chilled out and, gave it to me. He was really nice and everything. And I just like, okay, it's because you can thing. I mean, I kind of made my point. There was another officer that stood in front of the car and he's watching me. And I asked, and it was the last warm day here before it started getting cold because it's still warm up in the November a lot of times. Doesn't even start cooling off until after Halloween. So I'm going, and I'm sweating a little bit. It's getting kind of warm. So I'm like, I could turn on my air conditioner and so the other officer standing in the front of the car watching me. Another car came. I called him over and I said, hey, it's getting kind of warm. You mind if I turn on the car? No, don't touch the ignition. All right, man, just checking, just seeing, where we're at here. So it didn't take too long. He writes me a ticket and he goes. So we had Mark Stevens on. He loves challenging this stuff. Well, I'm already kind of in it with the Phoenix police here. Some guys that are supportive of what we do here. They like us keeping them informed and everything. But there are some politicians, they just love to get some Ernie. So it's, do I really fight this thing now? Do I start, I'm right on the edge. Do I want to do this? I'm getting the insurance thing dismissed. It's just this. I take the class. And of course, the fine is $200. Well, taking the class is like $200, but it doesn't go points on your license. So that's how they get you. And I remember when it was $90, $90, $100, $100, $150, $150. And as they go up, well, of course, the class keeps going up. Well, who teaches the classes? Former and off-duty police officers. It's like, oh, you get to pick from a bunch of these guys. Yay! I get, selection of fascism. Yay! So and now they got it to where it's a little bit more expensive, but you can do it from the comfort of your own home on the internet. Oh, you get to make even more money. Oh, and they got a cut of that. So, I'm before the judge, and of course, I'm always the last one to get called. They always call me last. So I take my little laptop in there, I'm, taking care of business. So then they call me up and I'm just, options. They give me the spiel and I won't say anything. She's like, is there problems there? Yeah, I'm going, society will deal with this and I will learn to cope one way or the other. And I just let it go. Cause I get mine. What battle do I want to fight? What sword do I want to fall on? Where do I'll get mine. But a lot of people don't have that outlet. They aren't creative and they act out, I wouldn't say maybe destructively, but more, they're not efficient with their time. Because as a lot of people, certainly in the freedom movement, have a sense of justice. There's always going to be a sense of justice. Well, how do I do that? Well, I get to tell you about it. That makes me feel a little bit better. So they'll get a couple $100 out of me, and I got to spend however many hours at home on the internet playing games with them. So do I get some, because I could have challenged this, I could have gone through, but, my time and effort, I don't want to fall on every sword. But, I may, had it not gone well at the Sky Harbor Airport, had he'd been a little bit more of a butthead, had there been just one, I'm waiting for the judge to give me a reason. Give me a reason. Oh, I'll make sure. Yeah, it costs you a lot more than the $200 you're going to get out of me. Oh, and I'll get it some other way. Because you know what this is going to do? This is what we're going to do. There are some love cards that were done as Christmas cards that we did in New Hampshire back in 07 or it was 08 election cycle for Dr. Paul. I think it was the Christmas of 07. And we're going to make up some of those, and we're going to put them on cars parked downtown at parking meters and put nickels in. And we're going to go right in front of the meter maid, and we're going to cost them, I guarantee that in less than an hour, I cost them more than the $200 they got out of me, and they can get me and take me to trial on that one. Yeah, we're going to save you some parking money. And they're going to get, oh, it's illegal. It's illegal. You're going to get me. But I get justice, and it's worth all the money. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Jacob Hornberger, Future Freedom Foundation.